everyone. Welcome back to Beyond Indigo Pets Facebook Live that we do pretty much every day at noon Central Time. My name is Kelly Baltzell. I'm the CEO and owner of Beyond Indigo Pets. Today we have my friend Chris Middleton. He is the SVP and General Manager of Pets Best. Welcome, Chris.
Thanks, Kelly. Appreciate it.
And who's your fur buddy that's with you? That was just off camera. and what's his or her name?
That is Otto.
And so Otto's joining us today too. So welcome, Otto.
He spends a goodly portion of every day up on my desk, and he's obviously a very obnoxious little critter.
Well, he knows a good thing when he's got it, right? He doesn't want to change that up.
Nope.
So it's nice that Otto is a representation today, because what you guys do is pet insurance and have been doing pet insurance for a long time. So we're going to talk about some trends you guys have been seeing in the last few months and stuff like that. But first of all, you guys had a big shift a year ago. What was that shift?
So we were an independent company for about 14 years. And then we were approached by Synchrony Financial, which is the parent of Care Credit, which I suspect most people in the profession are aware of Care Credit. Mm-hmm. And they saw a lot of alignment and synergy potentials between Care Credit and pet insurance. And so we were acquired by Synchrony in March of last year and have been partnering going forward since that time. Which has been awesome.
You guys have been pretty busy with that. But speaking of busy, we were talking before this about trends since, March 1st. I keep telling everybody, it's like, before Christ, after Christ. There was like March 1st, there was before March 1st, and now there's after March 1st. BC before COVID, AC after COVID. Yeah. So anyway, what have you guys been seeing? Like, you have some astounding numbers and information that you weren't exactly expecting.
No. Yeah. So when we've obviously, having been founded in 2005, we've survived several crises. The Great Depression. Sounds like our local National Guard is out flying. I apologize for the background noise.
No big deal.
No, and there's that old saying that the pet industry is kind of recession proof, and everybody's subject to that. But still, I was telling the team when things really started to go kind of dark and grim there for a while, look, I think, we're in a good industry, we're solid, people love their pets no matter what the environment, so I think we're going to be okay throughout this period. And that was my message to the team. I think we're going to be fine. Let's not worry. And we definitely saw right when the World Health Organization announced that we were in a pandemic, we definitely saw a slowdown in sales for about 3 weeks, which was right in line with my expectations. But what I was not prepared for was the subsequent dramatic increase in interest in pet insurance after that. So after a 3-week trough, things just absolutely get them off the desk here. We saw a 3-week trough, and then quite frankly, it was like somebody flipped a switch.
Wow.
And, sales volume has gone up dramatically and continues to grow. So yeah, really surprising and obviously welcome outcome. But I think it speaks to the bond that people have with pets and the increasing importance of pets in people's lives at a time of disruption and uncertainty. So that's been a pleasant surprise for us.
Do you think it's because more fur babies came home on adoptions, or what are you guys have some theories you're kicking around?
Yeah, and we're actually getting ready to do some surveying of customers. Quite frankly, we've been too busy to do that. But yeah, we've got a couple of thoughts. One, I think it's well established that when not everybody obviously, but when a large percentage of American workers went home, they went out and adopted a lot of pets.
Yep.
Right? So shelters
Yep.
got cleared out. And so, obviously we think that the high level of adoptions played a role, but don't think that's the only story. I think we also believe that, people are home with their pets more than they were in the past. And I think that's evolving that bond, right? You suddenly realize just how important this pet is to your life. And, we can't interact with each other like we used to. We can't
Right.
hug each other like we used to. But, even though he growls, he does like to hug, I think. And so I think it speaks to people being around their pets, the bond evolving. So adoptions, increasing, awareness of how important pets are, and the fact that they're family members and we want to take care of them and make sure that we can take care of them. I think those are the kind of the macro level trends driving what's going on. And, things have certainly been good for Pets Best, but I think the industry as a whole is seeing a good lift from this as well.
Which is awesome because, for years, health insurance adaptation was so low. I mean, at one point it was 2% of the pet population, which is just nothing, right? And so having that done, I mean, pet insurance does matter. I'm a pet insurance person, through you guys.
You do, yeah. Yeah, thank you.
It matters, and you do make different decisions when you're at the veterinarian, when they say, well, hey, Kelly, and I have a hot mess of a dog. I thank you guys all the time for pet insurance for him. What about this? Sure, because I know you guys got my back, right? So that matters. But I think, I personally tell everybody about pet insurance, and I say, you don't have to use mine, but you should use somebody's pet insurance. Here's a list of them. It literally give them a list and say, here are 3 or 4 you should go look at, and these are the questions you should ask because of it. And do you think people are thinking about harder financial times, that they're offsetting it with pet insurance? Is that one of the other theories?
Yeah, that's a really great point, Kelly. Yes, we definitely think the concern is, it's like, okay, I know I can come up with $45 a month for insurance. And times would have to be really, really hard for me not to be able to come up with that. But what I may not be in a position is the ability to fund that $5,000 or $10,000 vet bill, right?
Right.
So yeah, economic uncertainty. And I mean, at the end of the day, insurance is really about managing risk, right?
Right.
And so I think people become more acutely aware of risk when the future looks, perhaps tenuous, although things are certainly, in a lot of places looking brighter now.
Right, but you just don't know on an individual basis, or just managing your risk, or, what happens when your dog eats the raisin toast and needs to go. Those moments happen instantaneously, and you don't get a second chance to rewind and redo. And then you're down the train of fixing the dog. And like you said, especially with those tighter bonds that you guys are theorizing is emerging, then it's like, well, what do? I have this bond, and then I have finances. So that's pretty cool. You guys also offer pet insurance for companies. So like if veterinarian owners are listening to this, or other owners, it can be an employee benefit, right?
Yes, in fact, pet insurance as an employee benefit is growing very rapidly. So companies are, beginning to realize how their employees feel about their pets and view them as members of their families. And so increasingly, employers are very interested in offering pet insurance as a benefit to employees. Yes.
And you guys think it's so easy too, speaking as, because we use you guys for Beyond Indigo's health benefits for pet insurance, right? And you guys make it so easy. And speaking of easy, you guys also have an app. So people can sign up through your website at petsbest.com. But you guys also have an app where you can submit your claims. So you make it really easy there as well.
Yep. We have a very powerful app, and increasingly people don't want to pick up the phone to interact with companies. Case in point, So yeah, we've created a very robust app and robust customer portal. So the majority of ways you'd want to interact with us to manage your policy can all be done online.
Which is nice because, like you said, right now everybody moved home all of a sudden, and if you wanted customer service, even from Google, cut down on their customer service because they're like, we're trying to figure out what to do with all these humans and where they go and how do they connect. And I think everybody's coming out of that and are figuring out their systems, But for a while there, nobody knew what they were doing.
It was from a purely business standpoint. Yeah, it was a challenging time. But we fully embraced ensuring our employees were in a safe environment and got virtually everybody home that could be home. And the team has done a great job. Really, really proud of the team, the way they adapted.
Your team's been great. Every time I interact with them, they've been great. What other nugget can you leave us today with pet insurance? Like, where is it trending? Do you guys have any new things coming out? Anything looking towards the future that you might share with us?
So that's that's an interesting question. There are going to be increasingly more options. And now I've got a little dog over here that's decided he wants a treat and is scratching madly at the treat area. So if I appear a little distracted, I apologize.
It's okay.
He doesn't pick opportune times to decide he wants a treat.
They never do.
No, they never do.
No.
So I think the macro level trend, which is ultimately good for consumers, is we're going to see a lot more players in the pet insurance space. There's a lot of interest. Anytime you've got a robustly growing industry, a lot of folks put their eyes on it. And so we're seeing new entrants in the market. That's going to drive innovation. It's going to drive price, increasing levels of price competitiveness and higher levels of value. Obviously, I think we deliver a lot of value today, but the competitive market is changing, which I think ultimately is good for consumers and will drive awareness and adoption rates of pet insurance. So those are kind of some of the macro level trends that we're seeing right now.
And also trends too, I think, covering different types of care, like chiropractic, acupuncture, Eastern, like just a more wide range of care is kind of what I'm seeing. And obviously you guys are looking that over as well as an industry.
Yeah, and we've created a lot of flexibility in our plans. So consumers that want more of the holistic care, that's an option for them today when they choose to buy their policy, or they can say that's not of particular interest to me and choose not to get that type of care available. But in general, we recognize that there are a lot of needs out there from a healthcare standpoint, and created really very flexible policies to enable people to structure a plan type that meets their particular needs.
Which is pretty cool. Really, it is. It's evolved so much over the years since pet insurance, started. It's really come a long ways.
It has come a long ways, and I think in general, everybody that's in the market today is putting out a high quality product. Pets Best included. The one thing I would caution folks about is get your pet insured while it's healthy. No insurer is going to be able to pay for issues that existed before the policy. Premiums would simply explode, and it would not be affordable because everybody would wait to have a problem and then get their pet insured. So if I've got a caution, it's insure your pet when it's young, if possible. Definitely when it's healthy. Not that if you've got a defined issue, you shouldn't still consider insurance, because there's a lot of things that will cover. But the key is, insure your pet when it's healthy, and virtually anything that occurs is going to be covered, and you're going to have rock solid peace of mind, which is, for me, that's why I've got pet insurance. Obviously, working in the industry, I'm biased, but I'll always have pet insurance, right? Because I'm one of those guys. I'll mortgage my house to take care of my dog if I think I'm doing the right thing for his health, right? Yeah. I'd never go down the path of doing it for, me. It'd have to be the right thing for him. But short of that, I'd spend a lot of money on that obnoxious little dog you saw there.
Well, because you got to bond with them, right? I mean, they're a family member, and
Yeah.
what wouldn't you do for your family member? So,
Yep.
I think everybody needs to get pet insurance. I'm a huge soapbox person for pet insurance, Chris. I'm on it. I see a new puppy all the time. I'll stop strangers. Do you have pet insurance? Yeah. No, what is that? Oh, let me tell you. You got a few minutes? So thank you for being here today, giving us sort of like some interesting trends. I mean, we're all figuring this out as we go along, and just, years later, we're going to look at the data and go, hey, we saw this, but there's enough time underneath our belt now. We're starting to see a little bit, right? So we can start sharing those numbers.
Yep.
So thank you so much for coming here today.
My pleasure, Kelly. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.